but I didn't print it out, sorry. Okay, we will have to improvise. Excuse me? Yes, Doug has his nameplate there as well. Okay.
Yeah, we can also walk through it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the press briefing of. Okay. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, now we can.
Good.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to the press briefing about the formation of the digital innovation community here within the UNFCCC process. My name is Miroslav Polzer. I'm with the International Association for the Advancement of Innovative Approaches to Global Challenges, and together with the Climate Change Coalition, co-chaired by Tom Baumann, we have initiated the formation of the digital innovation community. The rationale for it is that at the COP25, one of the mega trends and paradigm shifts is that people understand that for effective Paris Agreement implementation, a very strategic and accelerated uptake of 1, 2, okay, perfect. Thank you very much to the technicians for your great work. So welcome everybody. My name is Miroslav Polca. I'm with the International Association for the Advancement of Innovative Approaches to Global Challenges. And we are here together with the Climate Change Coalition to announce the formation of the Digital Innovation Community as an informal group within the UNFCCC process. The rationale for calling for this press conference is that the megatrend or the paradigm shift that we see here at the COP25 is that parties and non-party stakeholders recognize that digital innovations hold such a great potential for effective Paris Agreement implementation and for getting really the necessary expertise together and for all the relevant stakeholders to get together to create an ecosystem within the UNFCCC process. We have created this new informal NGO grouping. As you might know, there are about 2,500 observer organizations, NGOs, observer organizations. They are mainly organized in constituencies, in 9 constituencies, and since 2016, the UNFCCC Secretariat is recognizing additional informal NGO groups like the education, communication, and outreach stakeholders community, faith-based organizations, and parliamentarians. And as this topic of digital innovation is becoming more and more important in the UNFCCC process, we have formed this NGO grouping, Digital Innovation Community. We have sent an email to the Secretariat to officially recognize us. We have an exhibit booth on the 11th and 12th where we will present more details about our work. And this press conference is to present to you the diversity of our group and to show that there's really already a lot in this area here on potential. And by bringing everybody together, we are able to create more exponential impact. And this press conference is also aimed to announce that this community will have 2 flagship initiatives. One flagship initiative is the preparations of a COP26 digital innovation pavilion that we are working on with the Secretariat. And the other flagship initiative is an innovation infrastructure effort based on data and digital technology for people and planet. And you will hear more about this also in the coming days. And with this, I give the word to Tom Baumann, the Climate Change Coalition founder, together with the Massamba Tihoe from the UNFCCC Secretariat. And the Climate Change Coalition is somehow the main building block of this digital innovation community. And with this, I give to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Miroslav, and hello, everyone. The Climate Change Coalition is very happy to play a role in this larger digital innovation community, seeing that blockchain is an important part, but really within an integrated system of digital technologies and digital solutions as well. The Climate Change Coalition was founded 2 years ago, so we're celebrating our 2nd anniversary here at COP25. It's a not-for-profit, open, global, multi-stakeholder innovation network for digital solutions to enhance climate actions, encompassing not simply carbon accounting, but also climate finance, adaptation, and the whole scope of climate actions. The word chain in the coalition's name refers to, of course, blockchain, but also the human chain to emphasize the non-technical needs of users and the larger stakeholder community to get the most of these digital solutions to meet their needs across all of the issues related to climate. As I mentioned, we were created 2 years ago. We started very much ground up, 12 members, and now today we have over 190 organizations in 46 countries, and on average about 2 organizations are joining the coalition as a very open, participatory effort, very decentralized, where members self-organize around issues of importance to them. So very much aligned with this vision that Miroslav has articulated as we go forward. very briefly, the coalition has about 60% of our members are users of digital solutions or researchers. So that means about 40% are really the developers. So you get a sense of the balance and multi-stakeholder perspective that's within the institution. And I know we have many speakers, so I'll leave it there and hand it back to Miroslav.
Thank you very much, Tom. And with this, I have the great pleasure to introduce to you Tom Mitchell, the head of the innovation program at Climate Kick. Climate Kick is a knowledge and innovation community already in Europe, the leader, and we are very proud to have you in this digital innovation community as one of our key partners.
Thank you very much, Miroslav, and a real pleasure to be supporting the Climate Change Coalition and the digital innovation community. From Climate Kick's perspective, as Miroslav said, we have a mandate from the European Commission, the European Union, to be an innovation broker and community. Part of that, key part of that, is on digital innovation for climate action. And I think we see two really important applications of this community coming up within the next 12 months. First is we've got people and places and cities and the European Commission declaring climate emergencies. Climate emergency then needs an emergency response. The emergency response must be enabled by digital technologies, and the digital technologies have to surface the climate action that is happening all around the world, to increase that, to connect it, to share lessons around it, and to elevate ambition. That's a really important one, and the European Green Deal will rely on digital technologies and digital innovation. The second one, fundamentally, we have to change the theory of why we have COP meetings. COP meetings largely are in a position now where everybody comes together in one venue for 2 weeks and spends their time wringing their hands about lack of progress. Given the challenge we face, COP as an institution needs to change. One which is about enabling movement of movements, connecting the passion on the streets with action, and turning that action into real results on emissions and resilience. That aspect, particularly for the next COP in Glasgow, will be a key factor in what this institution changes to become, and digital innovation and digital innovation community is part and parcel of making that change possible and connecting global solidarity action on climate change that doesn't involve everybody flying around the world to one place at one point in time. So watch this space. This is an ambitious community and delighted to be connected to such a varied and talented group of people.
Thank you very much, Tom. And in order to really get everybody engaged in climate action, as Tom has said, this emergency requires this. We need this global cooperation of the digital innovation community, but this community needs then also to work to bring these tools to the local level, and especially also to young people, that the social energy from the street turns into meaningful and rewarding and impactful action. And for this we are very proud and happy to have UN Habitat, Youth and Urban Economy branch partner Doug Reagan to talk with us about this dimension, and we will work on this together to bring digital innovation to the local level.
Thank you, Miro. My name is Doug Reagan. I work with UN Habitat, UN agency responsible for towns and cities. We're very proud to support and become involved in the digital innovation community. We think it's critical, and as Miro pointed out, what's really important is to, in SDG terms, leave no one behind. And so oftentimes we talk about a digital divide. Oftentimes we talk about how Europe, North America, such kind of takes off and assumes that everyone has the same access. And we know this is not to be true. However, we know there's also innovative potential, the way to unlock that potential at the local level. So when we're talking, UN Habitat is based in Nairobi, Kenya, one of the two UN agencies headquartered in the developing world. And when we walk out the door, we meet with young people who have this potential and have the desire to be engaged. And if we're going to tackle the issues of climate change, we have to tackle it from the continents that are most heavily impacted, the urban poor that are most heavily impacted in the slums and informal settlements. And also demographically, we really have no choice. When you look at the demographics of Africa, but as much of the developing world, 70% of the population is under the age of 30. We really have to think about that. We fought and fought for women who are 50% of the population. Now we're talking another demographic that's 70%. If we do not engage in them, we go nowhere. Period. Stop. Full stop. It's not happening. So what we've been very proud of is being able to engage young people.
We will have to.
What? Slow.
Half a minute.
Half a minute. Anyways, so we're very happy to be here. We truly believe that the young people who we work with in slums and informal settlements around the world will be very happy to engage in this process. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doug, and sorry for cutting you short, but we have only very limited time. Eileen, please, if you could very briefly say how you are planning to contribute to the digital innovation community.
Hello, my name is Eileen Duhin. I'm with GloCha.climatehacks.org. We are introducing a digital innovation known as decentralized autonomous organization. It's a framework for collaboration using blockchain to raise social capital for local projects. We are working to elevate local projects already underway, whether they're in team formation or the 4th year of monitoring a seagrass planting of meadows in a equatorial zone. So we are using this digital innovation in order to raise social capital, which is trust. And with that, we then hope to apply funds through prize awards and other token and social fundraising to help these local projects establish better impact locally. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it's important to mention that in the context of the Climate Change Coalition, there's already this cooperation with members who will help to certify, put these outcomes of this climate action of youth on registries, and climate trade offers to help then getting funding for it. So this is an example how our community can create multi-stakeholder cooperation and synergies and exponential impact. And with this, to Martin Weinstein, who has a very interesting initiative.
Hi, everyone. My name is Martin Weinstein from the Yale Open Innovation Lab. We identified around a year and a half ago the need for a fully integrated system for global climate accounting, and have been launching an initiative around research and development on that. For that, the Climate Change Coalition ecosystem has been critical because we're seeing an emergence of a lot of distributed ledger technology solutions, and they need to be able to speak the same language. So we've been, as a university, trying to take on the role of helping how that multi-stakeholder work into integrated technology can happen. For that, the digital innovation ecosystem is critical, and I think the pavilion next year would be really a good north for the entire community to work together and showcase the power and also the need for digital solutions to help us have accounting but also accountability towards our targets within all ranges of climate actors. And for us, engaging youth has been quite important as well. So we launched a month ago an initiative around the world to integrate different universities and work together towards building different pieces of that digital solution puzzle. And with that, I'll leave it back to you, Miro.
Thank you very much for your leadership also. And with this, I would like to turn over to Vikram Nagrane from Hassan International Law Firm. It's important that we look here at solutions and how to work together, but it's also important that these solutions have an enabling environment, an enabling legal framework, and we are delighted to have Gibraltar also as a partner, public sector partner, who will help us identify and develop positive legal frameworks. Please, Vikram. Okay.
Miroslav, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here with all of you today. On behalf of Hassan's, and we represent the Government of Gibraltar, it's a pleasure to be associated with the digital innovation community and all of the esteemed members of this organization. So the Gibraltar government is embarking on an ambitious project to create a world-class venue for the trading of certified tokenized green units, and in the first instance it will be on a voluntary basis, but as Paris becomes enforced, then the legal framework that we are looking to create will accommodate that. It's a very ambitious project with a broad scope and a lot of international stakeholder participation and engagement, and this is something that we will announce further during the week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Vikram. And in addition to this thematic diversity that our new NGO group, Digital Innovation Community, represents, we have also geographic strong coverage, and we are delighted to have also Evercity and Anita Majumdar from Russia. And please share with us your views.
Thank you very much, Miroslav. My name is Anita Majumdar. I'm from Russia. I represent Evercity. It is integrator of digital tech solutions for impact and SDG assessment, as well as a digital platform for impact measurement, management, and investment. Our experience in impact tech R&D dates back to 2016 when, with the help of late Dr. Anton Galinovich, we launched DAO PCI, which became the first public blockchain protocol to issue carbon credits on blockchain. Since then, we've been working on different technologies for impact measurement, and we figured out that one of the biggest challenge is MRV. So we're developing a digital solution which would allow assessing the impact of investments in the most transparent way using such technologies as drones, satellite data, and IoT. Another direction which we're working at is issuance of green financial instruments on blockchain, starting from carbon credits, ending with renewable energy certificates and green bonds. We're also actively engaging youth, which is why we are organizing Smart Sustainable City hackathons, and we're launching games at the universities, such as Carbon Market Simulation Game. And finally, in early 2020, we're launching a new project, educational program for NGOs, which is called Public Blockchain for Open Center Networks. And within this program, we will support all the NGOs who want to install smart sensors for measurement of different types of pollution and store the data on blockchain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anita. And in terms of global geographic coverage, we are also delighted to have Neo from Eco2 from China.
Thank you very much, Miroslav. I'm Neo from Eco2, a blockchain consensus for climate action. We located in China, and we hope we can build in some different way to individual can involve into the climate action. Recently, we just launched an Eco2 My Carbon Aid for individuals. They can have their own personal carbon account. In just a few weeks, we right now have 500,000 users in China. People in China, most of them, they have no idea about global warming and climate action. We think we use the internet and social media and the social network app together to come to let people have more interest into climate action. We hope they can use My Carbon app to offset their daily carbon emission. And if most of Chinese people, they can do that, and then we can build out a sustainable business model in developing country. And we can copy the same model to maybe to India, Russia, Brazil, for other big emission countries. That's our idea, and we hope we can gradually let more people from developing countries have the same idea like people in developed countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Neo. And with Neo and Eco2, We are planning also to have a meeting in spring in China to bring the discussions about the role of digital technologies and data for climate action, to see the structures that we are hoping to guide, that it will be created, this innovation infrastructure, that this is aligned and functions worldwide. We will have workshops and meetings in Brussels, in China, in Latin America, and also in New York in the context of the UN Science, Technology and Innovation Forum. In terms of global coverage, we've had planned also to have with us Olumide Idowu from Nigeria, who is on our delegation, but he had some travel issues. And with Nigeria, we are working also in New York. We've had an event already in August about the digital innovation for climate action in the Lake Chad Basin region, and we are going to continue on this front as well. And with this, I'm delighted to give the word now to Stephen Haft, the head of global partnerships at Consensus, to share also some business perspectives, private sector perspectives, how we can all work together.
Good afternoon. My name is Stephen Haft. I run global partnerships at Consensus and Climate Action Lead at the company. I'm here representing the private sector community in the founding of this important organization, in particular the business community who work on open source technologies. Consensus, as you may know, is the largest blockchain software company in the space. 900 professionals in 29 countries, started and run by Joe Lubin, co-founder with Vitalik Buterin of the Ethereum blockchain protocol. Ethereum, as you may know, is the leading platform for blockchain developers in the world. We have been working on the SDGs since the founding of our company. We are currently the official technology partner of the UNFCCC Paris Accords, building blockchain-based solutions with and for them. We are the official blockchain partner of the European Union, building the European Union's blockchain observatory, and we are co-founders of other organizations, distinguished organizations in the nonprofit space, including the Blockchain Social Impact Coalition, the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, and the Decentralized Identity Foundation. It's a privilege to be connected to the launch of this community effort.
Wonderful, Stephen. We are delighted to have you as a founding partner and member. So if you would like to be engaged, please join us at our morning meetings. We have every morning between 10 and 11 a.m. in meeting room 22 in the North Convention Center, our morning meetings. We have set up a Facebook group which you can join, and LinkedIn group will be formed today. And tomorrow's morning meeting is also very interesting. There we will have a video conference with INATBA. It's the International Association of Trusted Blockchain Applications. It's the leading multi-stakeholder partnership of the European Union, also to work with solution providers, with the private sector on these topics. And together, the Climate Change Coalition and INATBA are setting up a working group on climate, and this will be discussed tomorrow, and it will be certainly very impactful. And as I've mentioned already, on the 11th and 12th, we have the exhibit booth 14, and there you will also find more information. And let's check if there is, perhaps one question. Everything clear? That's good. Any concluding remarks on the panel? Yeah. Okay, then let's join forces and let's harness the potentials of digital innovation for the super year 2020. Now really it's the time for global community to take climate action ambitiously and impactfully, and digital innovation will certainly help. And if not before, we will meet in Glasgow or in other ways that Climate Kick will also help us reimagining the way COPs are held, and this cooperation is being facilitated with digital innovation, I'm sure. So have a great day.
Thank you. Well done again with checking all of them.